And a big weather update coming in from the national capital. Weather took a sudden turn in the national capital and its adjoining areas today as well. Heavy rains accompanied by dust storm lashed several parts of Delhi and NCR, bringing much needed respite from the soaring temperatures here. Hailstorms have also been reported in many areas of Delhi. Delhiites woke up to cloudy skies with a minimum temperature of 24.3 degrees Celsius, 2.2 notch below the season's average. The weather department had earlier issued a yellow alert for thunderstorms today. There is in fact a prediction of a drop in temperature for the entire week. Now, due to heavy rains, waterlogging occurred at many places, resulting in traffic jam across the national capital as well.
उद्घाटन कैसा भी हो पर टीम तो ऐसी सड़ी सी नहीं लगाए हुए ना।
ये कमी तो खैर उसकी है जिसने टेंडर लिया है उसकी क्लाउस पे वो लगना चाहिए ना पेनल्टी।
वो उसी के पे लगेगा।
पेनल्टी वगैरह जो भी है जिसने टेंडर लिया था
उद्घाटन कैसा भी हो पर टीम तो ऐसी सड़ी सी नहीं लगाए हुए ना।
ये कमी तो खैर उसकी है जिसने टेंडर लिया है
Some of the things being disrupted as well, apart from the traffic jam in the national capital. We have been given to understand that because of today's storm, the roof of the new Ashok Nagar station of the Nama Metro going to Meerut was also completely blown away. The effect was such, the wind was that big that the entire structure was blown away. These are the visuals being played on your screen. That's Namu Metro. On the way of Meerut, the entire structure just fell down because of the strong winds.
उद्घाटन कैसा भी हो पर टीम तो ऐसी सड़ी सी नहीं लगाए हुए ना।
Several trees also fell down, waterlogging in many parts, traffic jam, traffic disruption at many places have been reported.
उद्घाटन कैसा भी हो पर टीम तो ऐसी सड़ी सी नहीं लगाए हुए ना।
ये कमी तो खैर उसकी है जिसने टेंडर लिया है उसकी क्लाउस पे वो लगना चाहिए ना।
Shifting focus, Joint Security Forces launched a massive cordon and search operation in the Gadar forest area of South Kashmir's Kulgam district. Operation in fact was launched after receiving intelligence-based inputs about the movement of some terrorists in the area. Since last several days, the army conducted search operations in different areas of the Kashmir Valley in search of terrorists. In fact, a list was also released that contains the names of 14 active terrorists. Out of these, 6 terrorists have already been killed, while the search for the remaining terrorists is still going on. Army has made it clear that no terrorist present in the valley is going to be spared at all. The State Investigation Agency or the SIA is conducting raids across multiple locations in central and north Kashmir as part of a sustained crackdown on suspected terror-related activities. Allegations are that the suspected terrorists shared sensitive security information via encrypted applications. SIA's operations are currently underway in the districts of Srinagar, Ganderbal, Baramulla and Kupwara. In Srinagar, areas like Naugam are among those being searched, while in Baramulla, the Kunzar area is also witnessing active raids. Now, the ongoing probe, as per the sources, are linked to long-standing terror-related cases under the SIA scrutiny. Earlier itself, this month, a major operation was carried out by the SIA on May 11th across 20 locations in South Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir police have launched a high-intensity catch-and-hunt operation to root out terrorists hiding near the border. Security forces are combing through vulnerable areas, riverbeds, dense forest and even traditional infiltration routes with precision and of course coordination amongst them. They are not just scanning terrain but also sensitizing locals to report any suspicious activity. Now watch this exclusive ground report from the international border here at News 9.
ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के बाद जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस का आतंक के खिलाफ महा ऑपरेशन चल रहा है, जिसे कहा जा रहा है कैच एंड हंट ऑपरेशन। यह ऑपरेशन इसलिए चलाया जा रहा है ताकि जम्मू संभाग, ना सिर्फ जम्मू संभाग बल्कि कश्मीर संभाग के अंदर भी जितने भी आतंकी किसी भी इलाके में छुपे हुए हैं उनको जल्द से जल्द न्यूट्रलाइज किया जा सके। इस समय हम मौजूद हैं बॉर्डर के इलाके में और आसपास के इलाके में जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस के स्पेशल ऑपरेशन ग्रुप के जवान किस तरीके से इलाके को सर्च कर रहे हैं ये तस्वीरों में आप साफ तौर पे देख सकते हैं। नदी नाले भी यहाँ पर बहते हैं जो पूरी तरीके से पाकिस्तान की तरफ भी जाते हैं। आशंका ये भी रहती है कि आतंकी कहीं पारंपरिक रूट इस्तेमाल ना करे जो हमेशा से देखा गया है। वहीं लाइन ऑफ कंट्रोल हो या फिर अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सीमा, बीएसएफ, जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस और भारतीय सेना बेहद ज़्यादा अलर्ट है। तस्वीरों में आप देख सकते हैं कि किस तरीके से जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस के स्पेशल ऑपरेशन ग्रुप के जवान लगातार इलाके में सर्च कर रहे हैं। हर एक इलाके को बारीकी से जांच की जा रही है ताकि इन इलाकों में अगर आतंकी छुपे हुए हैं तो उनको जल्द से जल्द न्यूट्रलाइज किया जा सके। हम इस वक्त बॉर्डर के इलाके में मौजूद हैं और तस्वीरों में आप देखिए कि किस तरीके से यहाँ पर जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस के जवान जो हैं वो यहाँ पर लगातार सर्च ऑपरेशन चला रहे हैं ताकि इन इलाकों में अगर कहीं पर संदिग्ध हैं तो उसको भी देखा जा सके। यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं कि किस तरीके से हर एक इलाके को बारीकी से देखा जा रहा है। ये देखिए, ये भी यहाँ पर देखा जा रहा है कहीं यहाँ पर आतंकियों की तरफ से कोई टनल तो नहीं इस्तेमाल की गई, कई आतंकियों की तरफ से यहाँ पर कोई टनल तो नहीं बनाई गई। लगातार जो सर्च ऑपरेशन है वो यहाँ पर चलाया जा रहा है जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस की तरफ से। मकसद जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस का यही है कि किसी भी तरीके से अगर यहाँ पर आतंकी छुपे हुए हैं तो उनको न्यूट्रलाइज किया जा सके। जम्मू संभाग के अलग अलग इलाकों में इस तरीके का ऑपरेशन जो है वो चलाया जा रहा है। सरकंडे आप साफ तौर पे देखिए कि कितने बड़े सरकंडे यहाँ पर हैं, किस तरीके का एक घना जंगल है। नदी नाले आप साफ तौर पे देख सकते हैं और जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस के जाबाज जवान और ऑफिसर किस तरीके से लगातार सर्च ऑपरेशन कर रहे हैं, हर एक इलाके को बारीकी से जांच कर रहे हैं ताकि इन इलाकों में, ये देखिए किस तरीके से यहाँ पर देखा जा रहा है कहीं यहाँ पर कोई संदिग्ध तो नहीं है, कहीं यहाँ पर कोई हथियार तो नहीं गिरा है, कहीं यहाँ पर कोई ड्रोन जैसी चीज़ तो नहीं है। हर एक इलाके को बारीकी से यहाँ पर जांच की जा रही है। मकसद जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस का यही है कि जम्मू संभाग में जितने भी आतंकी इन इलाकों में छुपे हुए हैं उनको जल्द से जल्द न्यूट्रलाइज करना और बॉर्डर के इलाके में पूरी तरीके से शांति हो और आतंकी किसी भी हालत में यहाँ पर कम से कम घुसपैठ ना कर सके, जिसके लिए जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस का महा ऑपरेशन जो है वो चलाया जा रहा है। और आतंक के खिलाफ इस वक्त चल रहा है सर्च, कैच एंड हंट ऑपरेशन जो जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस और सुरक्षा बलों की तरफ से चलाया जा रहा है।
Shifting focus, a major espionage ring linked to Pakistan has been busted across Punjab and Haryana. 6 individuals, including a PHC staffer, have been arrested under the Official Secrets Act and BNS in Malekotla, Hisar, Kaithal and Nuh. A key figure is Ehsan Rahman alias Danish, a Pakistani High Commission official who ran multiple covert intelligence modules and has now been declared persona non grata by the Indian government. In Malerkotla, Danish lured a 32-year-old widow, Ghazala, into a relationship using her as a financial conduct for transactions. Another Malerkota resident, Yamin, also worked with Danish, helping people get Pakistani visas for a commission. In Kaithal, a 6th student, Devinder Singh Dhillon, was honey-trapped during a pilgrimage to Pakistan and later sent videos of Patiala cantonment to PIO handlers. In Hisar, a travel blogger, Jyoti Malhotra, running the channel Travel with Joe, visited Pakistan 3 times and was used to project a positive image of Pakistan online. She even travelled with a park handler to Bali, reportedly under the intimate influence. In Nuh, youth Arman was paid to activate Indian SIMs for Pakistani handlers, visit the Defence Expo 2025 and then also send sensitive pictures. The espionage network was coordinated through monetary inducement, honey traps and social media influence, with the PHC staffer at the center of it all. India's intelligence and law enforcement agencies are now expanding their probe into what appears to be a wider espionage web exploiting social vulnerabilities and digital platforms. Another development now coming in, the Kuki-Zo groups and MLAs from ethnic strife-torn Manipur on Friday decided that they will not hold any future talks with the centre. This comes after a meeting between representatives of Kuki-Zo insurgent groups, civil society organizations and MLAs from the community held in Guwahati on Friday. In the meeting, they decided that future dialogue with the union government on behalf of the community would only be carried out by the insurgent groups that were part of the 2008 suspension of operations of the SOO agreement. They decided that no talks would be held with the centre until a substantive political dialogue is initiated by the union government with various stakeholders of their society. In fact, in the meeting, they also discussed how to present their side to centre in support of their demand for a separate administration within Manipur. Government imposed President's rule in Manipur on Feb 13th, days after Chief Minister N. Biren Singh resigned from his position. And some more breaking news is now coming in here at News 9, signaling a major concern. A new wave of COVID-19 infections has swept across parts of Southeast Asia. There is a significant increase in infections reported in Hong Kong as well as Singapore. In the week ending May 3rd, Hong Kong recorded 31 severe cases. In fact, Hong Kong Centre for Health Protection has issued a public alert. The infection rate has now gone up from 1.7% in mid-March to now 11.4%. The main variants in Singapore at present are LF7 and NB 1.8 variants of COVID-19 that are related to the JN1 strain. Health agencies in China and Thailand are also grappling with fresh outbreaks. The health authorities suggest that a fresh wave of virus is spreading across Asia. In China, cases are nearing last summer's peak, while Thailand has seen an uptick following the April Songkran festival. The sudden spike in infections saw over a 28% surge in cases over the past year in Singapore, Hong Kong and Bangkok, with 14,200 cases reported earlier this month in Singapore alone. The matter of concern is that the current wave is unfolding in a season when respiratory viruses usually subside. Moving on, at a time when major economies are losing steam, India is pulling ahead with confidence. According to the United Nations, India is set to grow at 6.3% in 2025, making it the fastest growing major economy in the world. While this is slightly lower than the 7.1% growth seen last year, it still places India well ahead of the global heavyweights. The UN credit India's strong performance to robust household spending, high government investments and a booming services export sector. Inflation, which stood at 4.9% last year, is expected to drop to 4.3% in the year of 2025, well within the Reserve Bank's comfort zone. Comparing India's 6.3% growth, China is at 4.6%. The United States may grow about 1.6%. European Union is likely to average near 1%, and Germany may even see its economy shrink. Job growth remains steady, although the UN stresses that India must do more to close the gender gap in employment. However, risks still remain. Rising global tariffs, particularly from the US, could impact the exports. Sectors like pharmaceuticals, electronics, copper and energy, which are currently exempt, may provide temporary relief, but these safe zones might not last forever. The International Monetary Fund too echoes this outlook, pegging India's growth at 6.2% for 2025, followed by 6.3% in the year of 2026. Amid global economic uncertainty, though, India continues to be a rare bright spot on the world stage. And as India gears up for its ascendancy in the world, the role of the soft power of cinema and entertainment cannot be overstated. Harboring ambitions of taking Indian storytelling to the world is the icon star of India, Allu Arjun. At Waves 2025, TV9 Network's MD and CEO Barun Das caught up with Allu Arjun to decode what makes the star click with a diverse audience that is only growing. Take a listen.
No discussion with you can be initiated without that iconic dialogue of yours, "Main jhukega nahi saala." Right. I mean, We had heard other iconic dialogues like, old films, Amitabh Bachchan, मैं आज भी फेंके हुए पैसे नहीं उठाता हूँ, और मैं जहाँ खड़ा होता हूँ लाइन वहीं से शुरू होता है, और सनी देओल्स 2.5 किलो का हाथ. But this possibly would rank somewhere around that, झुकेगा नहीं साला. Who came up with it?
It's absolutely my director, Mr. Sukumar Garu.
All right.
It's absolutely his creation.
Right. How do you choose your scripts?
Gut feeling.
Gut feel?
Just a gut feeling. That is the highest intelligence. If you feel it, it will most likely it will not cheat you.
Right. So I think in terms of probability, you're doing fairly well. Your gut feels have been mostly correct.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate.
So I heard you saying that, well, you don't mind the character as long as the character becomes larger than life. So small is not your way at all.
No, absolutely not. Not my cup of tea, to be honest. Because what defines, I'm just not talking about myself, with all humility. I think every person is just as big as their dreams and the efforts to chase it.
Very nice. Very
Thank you.
well said.
Thank you.
Absolutely, you are as big as your dreams. But in terms of your thought process, in terms of when you introspect, when you regroup, I see that you're always ahead of the time. You're thinking that what next? Is that true?
Well, I'd put it this way. Always want to push the boundaries. There's always a glass ceiling, and there is a great thrill in breaking the glass ceiling every single time, not just for the world, even for yourself. So I believe in pushing the boundaries. I believe in taking our Indian cinema to a global level and push it to the maximum, because we have such a big industry as a film industry, and we've been there for like so many decades, and we've never have had a serious impact on the global box office. And I feel it's just about time. India is getting there.
Yeah.
We as a country, we're growing and we're getting there. And very soon, in the coming years, Indian film industry, Indian entertainment industry, and we as a country will make a global mark, not just in this industry, but cutting across every other industry. Indians and Indian companies and Indian entertainment, everything will have a solid impact on a global scale.
AA22X A6.
Yes.
You and Atlee coming together, your 22nd film, Atlee 6th.
Yes. It's my 22nd film with Mr. Director Atlee Garu, who made Jawan and many other super hit films in the South. So we've come together. I really liked the idea that he told me, and I liked his aspirations, and I felt we were like minds at many levels, and we hope to bring a very new visual spectacle film to Indian cinema.
For the first time in over 3 years, Russian and Ukrainian negotiators sat across the table in Istanbul, but hopes for a breakthrough faded really fast. The high-stakes talks lasted less than 2 hours, and Ukraine has already dismissed Russia's demands as quote-unquote non-starters. The Russian delegation struck a more optimistic tone, saying that Moscow is satisfied with initial talks. Both sides have agreed to swap 1,000 prisoners of war from each of the sides. Even as negotiations stalled, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky turned to diplomacy, holding a phone call with the US President Donald Trump. Post the conversation, Zelensky said Ukraine is ready for quick steps toward peace, but warned that if Russia rejects a ceasefire, robust new sanctions must follow. In sync to it, European Union Commission President Ursula von der Leyen confirmed that the next EU sanctions package will target Russia's financial sector more aggressively.
The first direct peace talks between Russia and Ukraine in more than 3 years lasted well under 2 hours in Turkey, with no apparent sign of progress towards peace between the sides. Both are under pressure from US President Donald Trump to end Europe's deadliest conflict since World War II. The talks were held at a palace in Istanbul. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, speaking from Albania, told European leaders Russia must agree to a full ceasefire.
And if the Russian representatives in Istanbul today cannot even agree to that, to ceasefire, to this clearly necessary first step, then it will be 100% clear that Putin continues to undermine diplomacy.
The chasm between the two was quickly apparent, according to a Ukrainian source who told Reuters Russia's demands were detached from reality. They included ultimatums for Ukraine to withdraw from parts of its own territory in order to obtain a ceasefire, the source said. No major breakthrough was expected today, but the pair have agreed to exchange 1,000 prisoners of war each in the coming days, one of the largest such swaps since the beginning of the conflict. Zelensky said after he and European leaders spoke by phone with Trump that Ukraine is ready to take the fastest possible steps for peace. Expectations were dented further on Thursday when Trump, winding up a Middle East tour, said there would be no movement without a meeting between himself and Russia's President Vladimir Putin. Putin proposed the direct talks in Turkey, but spurned a challenge from Zelensky to meet him there in person. He instead sent a team of mid-level officials. The head of Russia's delegation, Vladimir Medinsky, said Moscow was satisfied with the results and was ready to keep talking to Kyiv. He said both sides would present in detail a vision of a possible future ceasefire. There was no immediate announcement on whether talks might resume or when.
And like I said before, European Union Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has in fact after that confirmed that the next EU sanctions are going to be all Russian targeted. The financial sector of Russia is going to take a serious hit because of that, because the sanctions package are going to be targeted to Russia, and that too is going to be extremely aggressive in nature.
We are ready to do more to bring Putin to the negotiation table. Many of the speakers mentioned it. This war has to end. You said it, Georgia, you said it, Keir. Volodymyr has described with others the roller coaster of the last days. To be very clear again, we want peace. And so we are working on a next set of sanctions. Main elements of this package will be, for example, sanctions on Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2, further listing of vessels in the shadow fleet and lower the oil price cap, and more sanctions on Russia's financial sector, because we want peace and it is time to seriously engage on that.
So now the question is, will these peace talks pave the way for a ceasefire, or is it just another pause before the next storm? Palestinians fled in large numbers on Friday as Israeli airstrikes intensified in Gaza. US President Donald Trump acknowledged the worsening humanitarian crisis, saying, quote unquote, a lot of people are starving in Gaza, and also stressed the urgent need for aid deliveries.
Palestinians fled areas of northern Gaza on Friday following Israeli strikes. Local health authorities said more than 250 people have been killed since Thursday morning. It is one of the deadliest phases of bombardment since the truce collapsed in March, and a new ground offensive is expected soon. One of the displaced, Fadi Tambora, said, "Where should I go?" adding that there is bombing in western Gaza and people dying in the south. US President Donald Trump ended a Middle East tour on Friday with no apparent progress towards a new ceasefire. He said that a lot of people are starving in Gaza and emphasized the need for aid deliveries. Heavy strikes on Friday were reported in Beit Lahia and Jabalia. In the Jabalia refugee camp, Palestinians searched through the rubble to look for survivors. Abu Omar al-Zanati said his cousin was martyred.
Every day they say that the situation of the war will be resolved, and we are sitting. Everyday martyrs, everyday martyrs, everyday martyrs, in addition to the war of hunger that we are in. This is another war.
Although Israel is facing growing international pressure to resume ceasefire talks and end its blockade of Gaza, it has instead intensified its bombardment and built up armed forces along the border.
The state of Karnataka, young cricketers in Bengaluru are heartbroken. For them, Virat Kohli is not just a cricketing icon, but he was their inspiration. Many are very disappointed that he did not wait to complete those final few runs, convinced he still had at least 3 more years in him, given his incredible fitness and form. In fact, we are taking you straight to ground zero. My colleague Wajiullah is joining us live on the broadcast. He will be interacting with the young fans. In fact, Wajiullah, my colleague himself, is donning that white jersey to pay tribute to Virat Kohli. Wajiullah, tell us about the mood on ground, because I can spot you in white jerseys, the youngsters behind you in white jerseys as well.
Well, Sakshi, before I start, we all want to show something to our viewers who are watching. So we are going to turn around right now. We are all here for Virat Kohli. Is what is the message from here at Chinnaswamy Stadium, Sakshi? And all these people who have come here with their white jerseys, this is specially been printed by this person. आप ये बनाया खुद से?
जी जी मैंने खुद से बनाया ये टी शर्ट कुछ 150 यूनिट्स बनाया था ये all sold out. This is the last t-shirt that I have left which I have just specifically left for this interview. After that it will be also sold out.
See that he's left this shirt for this interview and he has made 150 out of this. Sir, you all have come here for Kohli. He has retired from Test. Is it disappointing, sad? Are you sad about it?
It's a disappointing, but still it's a tribute for Kohli. That's why we have come in whites today, not in red.
What do you like so much about Kohli?
His commitment towards the fan base and towards the team. That is what we like about the Kohli.
What is your favorite part about Kohli? What do you remember?
Yeah, same. About same.
Why do you like him? Same. You should have something to say.
No, nothing.
Huh? Yes, sir. You have also come here to watch. You're not wearing the jersey.
Yeah, I have to buy.
You have to
he
buy.
told there's only one last left.
So we have one person here.
Yeah.
Hi, Sunna. You have last jersey. He has to buy.
This won't fit me.
I am doing marketing also over here.
Yeah, we just love Kohli because of his gameplay and his commitment towards the game. That's it.
And he's retiring. Did you guys find it as a surprise?
No, it's not surprising, but it's disappointing a lot. Yeah.
You wanted him to play more?
Yeah, we wanted him to play more like Dhoni.
Like Dhoni?
Yeah.
But he's still playing IPL. What is your thought about
IPL,
today's
but
match?
he's retiring in Test, so it's just disappointing. We can't see him in Test matches.
Sir, today you have come to watch Kohli. How much will hit?
I don't expect him from him. Don't expect more from him. Just I wanted to see him
You want
play.
to see him?
Yeah.
How much ever he hits?
Yeah. I don't expect him to hit more. 30, 40 will be more happy for me. I just want to see him play.
So he's just come to see him play. How much ever he hits doesn't matter. Let me just turn around and show you the queue and the electrifying atmosphere that is over here. And all these people have come here for Kohli.
One second, we'll just let them out and
You have come for Kohli, but you're wearing Chennai jersey. Chennai fan.
Just get back,
We are
guys,
supporting
guys,
Kohli.
get back.
Kohli's retirement, yes.
He's a Chennai fan supporting Kohli. Then you have a whole lot of people over here. Ma'am, you've come here for Kohli.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
What do you like about him?
I mean, everything. Look at all the t-shirts. I mean, we just came for him today.
Did you want him to retire?
Honestly, no, but it's his wish, his opinion. Yeah, we should all respect it.
But you feel happy that you come to watch him after his retirement?
Exactly. Today's a very special day.
Okay. Your thoughts on Kohli? Why you like him?
He's the game of legend. Since a bit emotional after retiring, so I think he'll serve for nation in ODIs.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So you heard it here. This is the entire line which goes till the end for Kohli. There is a fan who shouted out. Let's speak to him. You've come for Kohli or RCB?
I have come for RCB and Kohli too.
And for Kohli. How sad it is that Kohli is retiring?
It's a bit sad because Test is the true form of cricket which I consider. But him going is something which I can't accept it. But I think he's giving he's giving a pass to the youngsters to take over in his place. So I think there's never going to be another legend called Virat Kohli. So it's always going to be
Virat on your shirt. Yeah, Virat. See here, another Virat fan. There's never going to be another Virat, it seems.
And today is the first match I'm seeing in Chinnaswamy.
Your first match is
Yeah. And the main reason for me to come here was Virat Kohli's retirement. And it's very special for me today, basically.
I have kids also. Why is Virat your favorite?
Because his playing style is very different.
What is so different?
The shot,
सबसे बैट से बॉल मारते हैं. What is so different about Kohli?
उसकी खेलने की स्टाइल अलग है. वो अलग तरीके से शॉट्स मारता है.
आज आप किसके लिए आए हो?
दोनों आरसीबी के लिए और विराट के लिए.
तो विराट कितना मारेगा आज?
100
100 मारेगा. There are expectations that he might hit 100. You've come here for Kohli or RCB?
Kohli.
For Kohli. Where's your jersey?
I don't know.
No, don't know. All right. So what is it that makes you a fan of Kohli?
Because I know he is a great player and I love to watch him playing.
Love to watch him play. You're also here for Kohli?
Yeah.
Or RCB? Not for Kohli.
We are for Kohli. I am for Kohli.
You're for Kohli. What do you like about Kohli?
We want to pay homage to him because he recently retired from Test match. So I think we want to pay our homage to him.
दुख हुआ टेस्ट से
बहुत ज़्यादा दुख हुआ.
बहुत ज़्यादा दुख हुआ. तो यहाँ अपील करेंगे कि वापस आ जाओ. 9,000 रन मारे कुछ.
I think 700 runs are pending. I think he should make 10,000 and then retire.
Then retire.
Yes.
Kohli, if you are watching this, we all want you to finish 10,000 runs.
Yes, definitely he should consider and he should make 700 more runs and then retire from.
700 run or Kohli, if you finish that and then you retire.
He'll be making in 2 series itself. Just 2 more series, he'll be making 700 runs.
2 more series is what it is. 2 series और खेल लेंगे Kohli, then he can retire is what is it. So you can get a sense, Sakshi, the entire atmosphere is electric. Kohli bandi dira, RCB bandi dira.
Kohli and RCB.
Both of you, come for both. Show your shirt first. What is written behind?
Virat, 18.
See, that is what is the spirit here, Sakshi. Chinnaswamy Stadium is lit up. This is one of his favorite stadium. He's been playing for RCB for 18 years now. And the crowd over here is growing minute by minute for RCB. RCB Kohli.
RCB.
RCB,
Yes.
no Kohli.
Kohli also.
Kohli also.
Yeah.
Sir, you have written play bold. Kohli
Virat
fan or
Kohli.
RCB?
Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli fan. How much will he score today?
I think so. 70 to 80.
70 to 80?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, huh?
Not like I am into the interview.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chalo, 70 to 80 is what they believe that he will score. So Sakshi, this is how electrifying here. I am trying to get them to the bus, but nobody wants to leave the line over there. If they leave the line, they might go behind in the ticket. So that is why they are all standing in the queue and they are getting an entry right now because the match is going to start in another 1 hour, 1.5 hours. So everyone is in the line. But that is the atmosphere from Chinnaswamy. All are excited to see Kohli play after he announced his retirement. And today is going to be a big match, not just for RCB, but for Kohli also. And also, after suspension, the IPL is back. So it's another bigger occasion.
Absolutely, Vajula, I can sense the energy coming through the screens. You are there at the stadium, but I can feel it here. And I can only say that you got lucky that you got your hands on that white jersey because the demand is quite high, but the number of the pieces are not that much. But Vajula, if you could ask some of the people around, some of the Virat Kohli fans over there, that you know, Virat Kohli, not only just because of the amazing gameplay that he has shown us over the past years, but also because of his aggression got very popular, his aggression on field as a player. And you know, as aggressive as he was on field, the retirement announcement was as quiet as that. How do they feel about, you know, him not getting that final victory lap, not getting the final, you know, round in that particular stadium while he announces an announcement, but just a plain Instagram post through which he announced it?
Absolutely. I have a few people who've come with their kids also over here. So how sad did you feel that Kohli announced his retirement from Test?
I thought he'll break the records and he'll play for more time, and he'll break Sachin's records, but it's sad. He could have played, but it's his wish.
But don't you think Kohli, who plays so aggressively, who shows so much aggression, his retirement was so thanda? Do you think? His retirement was so thanda, he should have played and retired on the ground.
Yes, he have aged 36 years and he cannot, he's old.
Okay, but
And
why
he
do
cannot-
you like Kohli or?
Yes, I like
You
Kohli.
all are wearing Kohli for this thing, huh? Show
Yes.
me the jersey, show people your jersey. Everyone is wearing number 18 over here. So come here, you're here for RCB or Kohli then?
Both.
Huh? Both. So this time Isala Cup namde.
Isala Cup namde.
And if we win, it will be for whom? For Kohli or for Bengaluru?
For both.
Huh? So after his number is also 18. This is kya bolte, his favorite number is 18. This is the 18th season. They'll win.
Yeah.
Why will you think we are on number 1? That is why we'll win. We were on number 1 before also.
Because this is 18th season.
That is why we'll win.
This is our lucky season.
This is lucky since you have come with all this kid. How difficult was it to bring them here?
It is nothing difficult when it comes to cricket because we are all born, and when we started born and we were in childhood, We were used to play cricket. We used to go out of village and everything to play our cricket and everything. Now we are so lucky. At least these guys, they will have very good cricket playground here. So it is nothing for us difficult to get them here. Let them enjoy everything.
Sir, you said that you used to play old days like this. So whose fan are you? Kohli fan or somebody else's?
18.
18. Huh?
Kohli.
Kohli. Are you sad he is
RCB
retired?
is Kohli. Kohli is Bangalore. Bangalore is RCB.
RCB is Kohli, Kohli is Bangalore, Bangalore is RCB. That is the statement. Can I have you also over here? You all have come to watch the match.
Yeah, we have come to watch the
Kohli, you've come or for RCB?
Yeah, for Kohli. Of course, we came for Kohli.
But he announced it. He's such an aggressive player. He taught us how aggression and calmness can work together. But his retirement was so soft and calm. Did you think that's the way to
Yeah,
retire?
time has changed. When it was in 2016-17, we know how Kohli was, and he has changed now. Time changes everyone. And yeah, his statement has disappointed us, but what happens is for the best, God's plan.
You're a Kohli fan or an RCB fan?
I'm a Kohli fan.
So you come only for Kohli here. RCB jeete haare chalega.
Works either way.
Works either way for you. So what is it that you like?
To be honest, I am actually a MSD fan.
Acha.
But for this match, I'm just here for Kohli.
Yeah, don't you think this is such a nice thing? Dhoni fans are also Kohli fans fans are Dhoni fans. ऐसा कोई कंपटीशन ही नहीं है दोनों पर.
कंपटीशन दोनों में तो बिल्कुल नहीं है, पर उनके फैंस में बहुत है.
फैंस में बहुत है.
हाँ. Trolling, continuous trolling.
How do you make yourself believe that I'm Dhoni or I'm Kohli?
See, both are great players, you know. You cannot compare both of them. They are excellent in their individual fields.
Okay.
So for me, Kohli is also a player. Like I look up to him, and Dhoni, I look up to him. So yeah, I'm here because of him.
Now you won't see him in test matches.
It's sad. I don't suddenly. He told that he's retiring, but before he told that he want to score 500 in London, and then suddenly he's like, he just puts out a post there that I'll not be performing. And before that, we had a shock that Rohit Sharma also retired, and then Virat also, and it was.
Achha, if Kohli is watching, आप दोनों को कुछ बोलना हो, क्या बोलोगे?
Please come back to the test.
दोनों साथ में आ जाओ.
Please come back to the test. We need you there.
And he should finish 10,000.
Yeah,
also.
we need to watch him finishing 10,000 runs.
Kohli, please watch Newsline and make sure you finish 10,000 runs or these fans will be disappointed. I have another group over here. Let me just... Sir, Nivela, what have you come for? RCB or Kohli you've come for?
Kohli.
Huh?
Two.
Kohli, huh? Pakka. Are you not sad that he's retiring?
ಬೇಜಾರಾಗತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಬೇಜಾರಿದೆ ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ.
So these guys have come from Shimoga to watch Kohli over here. Yelli ticket nimdu. Idu. Go stand in the line, then they all have to go stand in the line. So these are all Kohli fans over here. They have come from different parts of Bengaluru and Karnataka. They have all here come to watch Kohli. Some of them have come to watch RCB. But like me, most of them wearing the white jersey have only come to see the legend play after announcing his retirement. So that is what is the atmosphere here, Sakshi. You saw people have started walking inside, the gates have opened, the match is going to start. The crowd here is diminishing, but the crowd inside the stadium for Kohli is getting electrifying.
At the mood on the ground, Wajiullah, since you have got us some really good conversations with the fans over there, do you think that tonight's message, because fans are not going to get any chance to bid the proper goodbye to the whites of Virat Kohli, so are you expecting, should we be waiting for those rousing, welcoming visuals to pour on our screens with fans standing and chanting for Virat Kohli in today's match? How electrifying is that going to be? What can be anticipated?
Sakshi, if I just show you, this is just one gate over here from where the checking is going on. There are people who are walking inside like this. There are close to 18 gates. 18 gates are there, and the crowd in all these 18 gates are exactly the same. There are thousands and lakhs of people who are walking in here to watch the match, and the crowd here half an hour back was too much, and now if it's getting emptier, it's because all those people have managed to get themselves inside the stadium. So you can imagine the noise that is going to emanate from here. You have come here to speak. What do you want to say for Kohli?
Kohli is the good player.
He's retiring. Are you happy?
No.
Then what do you want to happen?
The Kohli in test is one of the fire batsmen in all over the world. If you Australia, India is not interesting if without Kohli.
So what will you tell Kohli now? If you have to come this side, come this side. Can I have you also over here? You all have come in white jerseys. For who have you come? Kohli, India, RCB, what?
Kohli.
Kohli. Is it written Kohli behind?
Yep.
Show.
Same team.
Everyone is wearing number 18 over here. So this time, what do you? Firstly, let's start with his retirement announcement. Were you happy that he announced his retirement?
I think he had one more cycle of Test cricket left, but I guess when to retire is your own choice, right? So I think it's up to him.
But he's such an aggressive player on the ground every time. He'll go hit somebody like that.
Australia without Kohli.
But wait, I'll come to the question. But announcing retirement such a sad way on Instagram, did you think he should have done it on the ground?
Yeah, I believe he should have done that, but there must have been some reason. That's why he chose this route, right? I think there are rumors about BCCI not being supportive, and there are things, but at the end of the day, like, we are his fans, and his decision is final, right?
Shouldn't he have finished 10,000 and retired? 700 runs were left.
I mean, see, regarding his current form, it is also possible that in England he might have only scored 300 or 400, right? And that would have been even worse for his career, and for us fans who have been watching him for last 14 years, it would not have been a good side.
He's on his high right now, and it is good for him to retire at this.
I wouldn't. I am also sad that he retired. I also wish I think there was one Test peak left for him, but again, we're just his fans. At the end of the day, it's his personal choice, right? And we have to respect that. And especially because in India, you see people don't have any privacy, especially regarding these players, right? So I'm happy that he's getting that.
So from childhood, I think we all have watched Kohli. Hamara star to Kohli. We might have watched a few years of Sachin, but most of our life we watched Kohli. So if we had to choose between Kohli and Dhoni, who would it be?
I would say for white ball it's Dhoni, but for red ball it's absolutely Kohli. I mean, yeah, because earlier before that 2013 BGT series, India playing last day chasing 300, it was not even possible. We were going for draw. But that was the one test where I think he in Adelaide, probably he got the captaincy because I think Dhoni was out. And then we saw that Team India went for the win on the last day.
Around 350 odd runs,
odd
he scored 147.
Yeah, so that's the kind
You
of
guys look like you watch every match of Kohli. एक ball याद है आपको?
We watch every cricket match, each and every ball, 90 overs, we sit and watch every match. We have a group, I call my friends on every ball, see this happened.
Seriously?
Yeah, we are like, I don't even watch T20 a lot. I've just come here for the first time to watch IPL just because Kohli has retired and we are like giving a tribute to him today.
Imagine there are people who have come here only to watch Kohli because he's retired, it seems. So that is the situation. So if I have to ask you your favorite moment, first let's speak to him also, he's also joining. Kohli is retiring, do you feel happy about it?
No, obviously not. I don't feel happy about it.
You're smiling,
No, I was just enjoying the atmosphere, that's all.
Okay, I'm just
No,
kidding with you.
I'm not happy.